Well, that sucked again. This is a weekly tradition of being just. It's not even like you can be frustrated anymore. It's just you have to expect it with the Celtics team. They're going to disappoint you. They're going to do something embarrassing on the court. They're going to blow a big lead. They're going to lose a game they shouldn't lose. They're going to play the wrong way. They're going to turn the ball over at inopportune times or dog it on defense or have no plan on offense. That's just what this Celtics team is. And there was no turning a corner the past week or stock rising or watch out for the Celtics, as every member of the media who covers the Celtics was having you believe after the, just a couple of decent games in a row. All I saw on Twitter from all the Celtics media people I follow was, look out, this team, something's clicking. Since they had that team only dinner, the players only dinner, this team has really turned a corner. Look out. This is a Celtics team that could really challenge in the East. You can't have the people who are covering the team and asking them supposed to be the tough questions be also the people who are carrying water for the team and just constantly pumping them up. The players need to do that for themselves, and the coaches need to do that. And the organization needs to make sure that you have the right combinations of players and coaches in order to get wins. And none of that is happening. The the mix of pieces are just not right. And I think, if I'm a Celtic player and I see that all that's being said about me in the media is, oh, they're doing a great job, things are turning around looking great, then I start to believe it. And this is a team that has historically, ever since, the Jason Tatum era, if you want to call it that, has constantly believed that their shit doesn't stink and that they've accomplished far more than they've ever accomplished and they can waltz through games and still win. Well, that's not the case. That's never been the case with this team. And you saw it again tonight. 18-point lead midway through the third quarter. They blew it in a blink of an eye. The Cavs go on a 15-0 run between the end of the third quarter to the beginning of the fourth quarter and took all the momentum away from what should have been an easy win. I'm not saying easy win because the Cavs aren't good. They're fine. They're certainly way better than they've been in the past. And I like a lot of players in their team, but you had an 18-point lead in the second half. The game was well within hand. If you had just played hard the rest of the way and played smart basketball, you would have won the game. Instead, there were some bad coaching decisions with keeping the bench guys in too long. The team played really, really passively. They stopped trying to get the ball to the basket on offense. They stopped playing any sort of aggressive defense. They turned the ball over constantly, and you end up with a 91-89 loss in a game that you had absolutely no business losing. Just another pathetic loss. They fall back below 500. They're 6-7. Of their 7 losses, at least 4 of them have been so easily avoidable. And this team just doesn't have the fortitude to not lose those type of games. They can't hang on. When the going gets tough, they fold. They quit. That's what this Celtics team is. And it sucks to say that because I've said this on the show before. I love the Celtics. They are my team. I live and breathe them. I watch every game. I watch every second of every game. I am so invested in them to the point where it's insane, but I'm going to at least be honest. I'm not going to be like the people that you see on Twitter who are saying, well, I saw a lot of bright spots in this game. And I think overall they're looking up. Like, no, this is dark. This is bad. You can't lose games like this. You can't blow 18-point leads in the second half constantly. You can't turn the ball over. You can't lose key rebounds in the last minute of a game. You just can't do that. And you can't then look for the silver linings when you know what this team is. You saw it last year. You saw it 2 years ago. So I'm not counting the bubble year. And you've seen it this year. Like, just play the law of averages. What you've seen the most is what this team is. It's not rocket science. You don't have to dig deep in the analytics. Just watch with your eyes. It's not a good team. It's a team that is made up of a bunch of guys who the sum of their parts quits and makes mistakes and doesn't play hard. That's not a team that the city is going to get behind. The fans are going to get behind. That's not a team that's going to accomplish anything. And if you're the Boston Celtics, that shouldn't be acceptable. That shouldn't be the standard, is that we have Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, a couple marketable guys, and we can sell jerseys. That shouldn't be the standard. The standard should be trying to compete for a championship, doing everything you can. I haven't seen this team make a bold move to try to win a championship in a long time. And it's getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And they're getting stuck more and more and more in that bottom to middle ground that is so hard to get out of in the NBA. And coaching, management, ownership, the players, they all seem to be okay with it. But I'm not. And talking to Celtics fans who are watching this, you shouldn't be. Just the team having some guys that are, somewhat likable and entertaining sometimes and marketable should not be good enough for you. That should not be what you want to see in a basketball team. And this team just showed it again tonight that they just do not have the makeup to be a team that is fun to root for or fun to watch. Let's get into the box score. Again, final score 91-89. Celtics drop to the Cavaliers. They have another game in Cleveland on Monday, so you can call it revenge or whatever you want, but really, they had no business losing this game. Starters tonight, no Al Horford, no Jaylen Brown, so you had Dennis Schroder and Grant Williams filling in. Grant Williams, 27 minutes, 4 of 5 from the floor, 3 of 3 from 3, 5 rebounds, no assists, 11 points. He was fine. Okay defensively, sometimes not so good. Certainly wasn't why they lost the game tonight. Jason Tatum, he just continues to not be able to shoot the ball. 35 minutes, 8 of 22 from the floor, 1 of 8 from 3. Dreadful. 4 of 5 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 21 points, and 6 turnovers. I mean, the points, okay, you'll take the 21 points, but the shooting just not efficient at all. 6 turnovers, that's horrible. And the 6 turnovers, the 2 assist ratio is really bad. Needed more rebounding from him, too. Just 4 boards tonight. Rob Williams, I thought was the him or Schroder were the best players on the team tonight. Rob Williams, I liked his minutes. 34 minutes, 6 of 7 from the floor, 16 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, 3 blocks, 12 points. Can't ask much more of the Time Lord than that. Thought he played very well. Marcus Smart was dreadful tonight. 34 minutes, 0 of 5 from the floor, 0 of 2 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 8 assists. He did have 5 steals, which is a nice number, but gave you nothing offensively. And 2 points. Dennis Schroder, 35 minutes, 10 of 19 from the floor, 2 of 4 from 3, 6 of 6 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 turnovers, which is a little bit too high. You had 19 turnovers as a team tonight compared to 11 for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And in terms of the rebounding battle, you actually won that. Surprisingly, the Cavs at 39. You had Celtics at 47, but when it mattered the most, Celtics didn't secure a big rebound at the end that led to the Cavaliers getting a second chance and taking the lead ultimately. That's happened too many times to the Celtics. When Horford's not in and Rob Williams is just in, you only have one guy who can really rebound the ball effectively. I don't know why Cantor doesn't play. He's the best rebounder on the team. He is a sieve defensively, but when you need a rebound, I'd like to have him in the game. He just doesn't see the court at all. Don't know why they signed him if they're just not going to play him at all. He obviously can't play a lot of minutes because he's, again, terrible defensively, but he can score and he can rebound. Celtics haven't utilized any of that to their advantage at all. Bench didn't give the Celtics all that much tonight. Jabari Parker, 14 minutes, 4 points. Not a lot of defense. Herman Gomez played 5 minutes, 2 points. Neesmith, 11 minutes, 2 of 5 from the floor, 2 points. Peyton Pritchard, poor performance because he never gets playing time. So how is he supposed to feel comfortable? 15 minutes, 0 of 5 from the floor, 0 of 2 from 3, no points. Really bad. And Romeo Langford, 29 minutes, 2 of 5 from the floor, 5 points, 6 rebounds, not very effective. And you lose this game. Again, you win the first quarter 20-9, second quarter 32-29, and then you lose the third quarter 24-22. In a quarter you had well in hand until the Cavaliers just started seizing all the momentum, and then 29-15 is the fourth quarter as you got your ass kicked in the most important quarter in a close game. And credit to the Cavaliers. I mean, they wanted this win. They wanted it far more than the Celtics, and they took it. They just took it from the Celtics, who had absolutely every reason to win this game, but the Cavs were able to take advantage of the Celtics being mentally weak and pissing this game away, which has been the story of virtually every game this season that they've lost. And they're just a very frustrating team. I don't understand why some guys play and some guys don't. I don't understand why some guys play a lot of minutes. I don't understand why this Udoka looks like he's constantly nervous on the sideline. I'm still trying to get to that 20-game mark to really grade him, but it's not promising. Nothing is really promising about this team. If you expect them to finish above 500, I think that you're really fooling yourself. This is what it's going to be all year long, and it's miserable. And in order to shake it, the Celtics need to make a bold move. Gonna keep saying it, said it all season long, but right now it sucks. This is not fun. I'm not enjoying it, but I'm still here for every game. Leonard, you are too. I appreciate you, Leonard. You said in the chat, I've seen NBA teams blow leads a lot in the past season. The Celtics seem to do it at an alarming rate. This has to change. I agree with you. It is, they blow leads, and not just like 8-point leads. They're blowing double digit, 18-point leads in like the blink of an eye. It's crazy how quickly they blow leads because they just stop playing. They think, okay, we're up 18, game's over. Well, that's not how it works in the NBA. That's never been how it works in the NBA. It's a low IQ basketball to think that. So I'm frustrated. I'm sure you're all frustrated too, unless you're a Cavs fan watching. Then you're probably pretty giddy. And to the Cavs' credit, again, they work really hard, and I think they've got a couple really nice young pieces in this team. Jared Allen's a guy I like for a while. Mobley looks like he's going to be a two-way stud. I really like Mobley. He made some big plays offensively and defensively for the Cavs, and Garland is also a very promising young talent. So a nice core that they got going on in Cleveland, and the Celtics are headed the wrong way. Cavs are heading the right way. But man, yeah, this is a tough one. But I just don't see any reason to think that we're not going to see a lot more of these very similar type losses throughout the season. So that will do it. I am going to be back on Monday for a post game, but during the game, if you're interested, and I'll tweet this out too, you can watch me, or you can listen to me rather. I'm going to be doing commentary on Colorcast. So if you just go into your phone and you download the Colorcast app, it looks like, oh, you can't see that. Jesus Christ. What am I thinking? Just Colorcast. It's a microphone with some rainbows coming out of it. And if you click on the Celtics game during that, you'll hear me talking during the entire game, breaking it down, doing some play-by-play, just giving my thoughts on what's going on there. So you can listen to me during the game, and then obviously I'll be back here for the post-game stuff. So check me out there. I'll put it on social media so everybody's aware. But yeah, Colorcast, just check out that app. And I appreciate you all in the chat. Appreciate you leaving comments on YouTube afterwards. Thanks, everybody. I'll talk to you on Monday. See ya.